Hey VC, welcome back to another video. Hopefully I'm back now, if I can think of more video ideas. Cheers everyone for watching the last video. I was really quite humbled by how decently the video did. Just like to wish the Happy P congratulations again on hitting the milestone he did. Very well done. Yeah, I'd just like to do a quick word on current global situation. Just like to wish that everyone's alright out there. Things are far from ideal. I know that in the UK it's just been announced tonight that it's probably going to last another 2 months at least, lockdown. Not what any of us wants, but it's probably is for the best. And yeah, I'm just wishing that everyone's alright out there. We're just doing what we can to get by, and that I know for me specifically includes listening to a lot of records and that sort of thing. So yeah, I thought I'd hopefully try and start a thread today if it gains traction. This has actually been inspired by Richard McCook, who over the past month has uploaded a couple of videos in which he's talked about his favourite Ringo Starr songs and then his George Harrison songs. And that just got me thinking really, what are my favourite, who's my favourite solo Beatle in the time in which they were all alive? So obviously that goes up to John Lennon, up until John Lennon passed in 1980. So basically just who, for me, released the best music in that time period. So I thought I'd do a ranking. I didn't want to rank it, but I knew that in hopefully trying to start a thread I probably should. Not that anyone else has to do that, but it's just decided that's just what I've decided I'm going to do. So yeah, that's that. In last place is this person, Ringo Starr. Don't own anything by him, I'm afraid. I've heard a couple of his LPs online. I've just not been inclined to buy them. I've heard that Sentimental Journey is quite good, as is, I think it's self-titled one, the one with like the theatrical cover. It's got like a big star in it. I've heard they're quite good. His more recent music I've heard's a bit hit and miss, mostly miss. But yeah, I just don't own anything by him, I'm afraid, so he's got to be in number 4. In number 3, and it actually pains me to put this guy here because he's my favourite Beatle, it is a Mr. George Harrison. Now, George didn't do anything wrong, really, musically, in the 70s to 80s, well, even late 60s, since when he started releasing solo stuff. He did absolutely nothing wrong. I think he did a lot of good. Obviously he did fantastic tracks like What Is Life, Wah Wah, My Sweet Lord, all off the same album, coincidentally. Not this one. This album's by far not his best. It didn't get the best recommendation from Richard McCook in his video. I think he said there was only one song in it he did like, which I cannot remember. But yeah, I picked this up for a tenner in Manchester a year ago. Couldn't go wrong. It was sealed. And like I said, it actually pains me to, this is the single from that LP by the way, BCLT from Rob Walker, thanks again Rob. But yeah, it actually pains me to put George in 3rd because, like I said, he is my favourite Beatle, and he released the 2nd best solo Beatles album, which is All Things Must Pass. Absolutely brilliant, all killer no filler, absolutely. I would want to put George in 2nd, but I just can't because a lot of his albums do contain a lot of filler, I do think. His singles are amazing and continue to be, but there is at least a song in each album which I don't thoroughly enjoy, and for that reason he's in number 3. In number 2, controversially, is Paul McCartney. I've got quite a lot of Paul's albums, but I've just pulled out a few. Ram, you know, I think this was like his 2nd album after McCartney. With Linda McCartney, widely regarded as one of his best. I'd have to disagree. Unfortunately, I do really like it, but I do think that there are better solo McCartney albums out there. Notably the one I'm about to show. Not this one, the next one. not keen on this album, but it's alright. Notably, this one, McCartney 2. Really like it. Obviously, I won't be showing it else. Coming Up and Temporary Secretary are hilarious and brilliant just absolutely love it. It's one of McCartney's best, I think. Not really into electronic music or what he was sort of going for in this album, but I just think it's brilliant. It does pain me to put Paul in second as well. I'm not very happy with this list, if I'm honest, but it does pain me to put Paul in second because my favourite solo album of all time is Tug of War. Favourite Beatles solo album is Tug of War. I think it's a 12 out of 10. Cannot get enough, cannot recommend it highly enough. The only reason I'm not showing it is because it's 1982, post John's death. And for that reason, I couldn't put Paul in first. So that's Paul McCartney in number 2. And in number 1, have you guessed? Obviously, it is Mr. John Lennon, who musically, post the Beatles, released consistently brilliant music. A lot of his albums are mostly killer, in my opinion. I think they're absolutely fantastic. This is Imagine. Obviously, it's got Imagine on it. Other classics such as Jealous Guy and Oh Yoko. Not really a classic, but I like Oh Yoko. And controversially, How Do You Sleep? A very not so very subtle dig at Paul McCartney. But yeah, I just think the man is absolutely brilliant. Couple more albums just to show by John. Sometime in New York City. Obviously, I'm not going to repeat the profane word that is on the front, but I really like the album cover. I like how it, it has all the song titles and lyrics as well. How it looks like a newspaper. It's very nice. But I think this album is one of his, well, not one of his best, but it is very good. I think it's critically underrated, and it deserves a lot more love. And one of the Yoko songs in here, Born in a Prison, I really enjoy as well. I think that's a really nice track. Although people do sometimes joke, well, not joke, but talk about whether she'd still feel the same. Because in the song she talks about people, being raised in prisons essentially, and now it's just a bit naff. And obviously people are sort of saying, well, does she still feel that way given what happened to John and the guy that murdered him and that sort of thing. But yeah, I think this is one of John's most underrated albums, and I think it's really good. And for those that are not that keen on it, I'd recommend you listening to it again, as it is, like I said, a few times now. It's very good. Sometime in New York City. And this compilation is probably one of my favourite of all time. It's the first John Lennon LP which I bought, and for me it just epitomises what is fucking brilliant about John Lennon. It's just got every single killer song on it. Absolutely no bad tracks on this whatsoever. And for me, it is just phenomenal from start to finish. Unfortunately, this copy actually skips a couple of times on side B. But what can you do? We're only like £4. But yeah, give Peace a chance. Nothing much musically, but a great anthem. It's very provocative and provocative, Power to the People, Whatever Gets You Through the Night. Sorry, I'm just reading off back of this. Dream, one of John's best. Mind Games, obviously. Love, which is probably one of the best love songs of all time. Stand By Me, which is my favourite cover song of all time. Closely followed by Roy Orbison's The Great Pretender, and closely followed by Morris's Back on the Chain Gang. Absolutely love Stand By Me, John Lennon version. I love Benny King's version as well, but phenomenal stuff. I'm Losing You, Beautiful Boy, Dear Yoko, Watching the Wheels. It's just fantastic, and that for me is why John Lennon is my favourite solo Beatle musically in the time where all four are alive. If I were to regard all their music up until the present day, it probably would be Paul McCartney, just because it includes Tug of War and other several brilliant albums, such as Pipes of Peace as well. But unequivocally and objectively, the best John Lennon song Instant Karma. 12 out of 10. Phenomenal. I love the video for it as well. It's just very fun. No idea why Yoko's blindfolded with a woman's sanitary pad thing on her face and knitting, but Yoko Ono, I guess. And the B-side by Yoko Ono, Who Has Seen the Wind, is very nice as well. And for those reasons, John Lennon is my favourite solo Beatle musically in the time when they were all alive. Like I said, I'm hoping to create a thread out of this. It's just nice to get people involved in stuff while the world's in the way that it is. Wishing that you're all alright out there. Looking forward to seeing any responses if they are out there. If you don't want to make a video response, just feel free to write in the comments your opinions and rankings and that sort of thing. Again, hope everyone's alright. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.